Hello, and welcome to Mad Scientist Presents. Tonight I want to talk about an issue that I find very annoying with today's movies, and even movies of the past, especially when it comes to that of aliens' motivations in order to taking over Earth. Mostly with dealing with this substance, gold, AU on the periodic table. Gold is a substance that humans find delightful. We use it in jewelry, we store wealth in it. Look at Fort Knox, and how many of us would love to just take that over? Especially myself, given the current grant situation. Okay, back to the issue of aliens, however. When it comes to aliens, why do they require gold? Well, gold is a very excellent conductor of electricity. They could have a monetary reserve system much like our own that would see gold as a proper store of value. But there's one issue. If you have an interstellar spaceship which is capable of traveling light years in seconds, there is absolutely no reason to invade an inhabited planet in order to get gold. Simple. Gold is not rare. Oh, but on Earth we have a limited system, and we have to go and mine it and do all of that. But if you have a spaceship, gold is abundant. Let's take a look at the Near-Earth Asteroid Study, which you can find basically by searching on the BBC for gold and asteroid. There is right now an asteroid known as Euros. Euros contains 20 million tons of gold by our estimates. And these are conservative estimates as to what it contains. It would also contain similar levels of platinum, zinc, and many other metals. In other words, if you have the ability to create a spaceship that could travel in seconds, light years, go mine asteroids. Number one, you don't have to deal with taking over an indigenous population. You don't have to worry about transport because you're already in space. In fact, you could probably, with sufficiently large rockets, push it back within your own solar system, allowing you to easily extract and mine. Not to mention that since you're already in space, you can deal with all sorts of issues that we don't have here on Earth. Like, heavy equipment is no longer heavy. Solar power. Efficient, abundant, everywhere. In other words, there's no reason to take over the world in order to get gold, unless you're a human. If you're a human, then it makes perfect sense. So let's take a look at some different movies that are out there in terms of aliens and non-aliens, and what makes sense as to their motivations. First of all, spoiler alert, cowboys and aliens, no sense as to why they would want to mine gold or steal gold from a bunch of cowboys. They have an interstellar spacecraft in that one. Similarly, well, let's take a look at, Battlefield Earth. An entire definite empire goes around in order to force humans to mine gold for them. Now, what are good gold-taking movies? Well, the Die Hard series, for example, that made sense for them to go in and steal the reserves banks of gold because they don't have an interstellar spacecraft. Goldfinger irradiate all the gold in order to drive the price up. Gold is a heavy substance per ounce. I don't know if any of you have actually held 1 ounce of gold. It is a very, very small thing. When you have one of those giant bricks, which is into the 400-pound range, they're pretty heavy for a very small amount. Okay? So, once again, movie makers, gold is not a motivation for aliens. It just isn't. Similarly, water, not a motivation for aliens. There is one caveat, however. That is, if it is a species that did not develop interstellar transport itself, and is somehow a parasitic one that has got it by mistake. That would make sense in a movie, or some form of pirate group, or something along those lines that wouldn't have the high technology. So, in other words, do a little bit of research before you just say that aliens want gold. It's common. Oh, one more thing. When it comes to water, I really do like the miniseries V. It's an excellent miniseries if you do get to see it, especially with how it treats scientists in terms of us being the heroes. But Once again, you have a group that's trying to steal the Earth's water. Through the entire thing, they never thought, hey Earth, could you lend us a glass of water? This is the mad scientist trying to figure out how I'm going to get my hands on some gold.